Hope Channel viewers are loyal, encouraging friends and neighbors to watch. Why? Our viewers believe that Hope Channel not only enhances living, but changes lives through its compelling lineup of programs. Documentaries take subscribers around the world and back through time, visiting places where history was made. Fascinating biographies open up the lives and times of people who made a difference. Travel programs transport the viewer around the world, demonstrating how people work together to make a better planet. Inspirational programming challenges viewers to experience the joy of discovering faith values and offers spirituality as an important part of a balanced lifestyle. Health and lifestyle programs teach disease prevention and make healthy living simple and attractive. Hope Channel programs provide invaluable support for developing healthy relationships and strong communities. Welcome to donor-supported Hope Channel.
Success has no universal definition. It can mean to one person having a family, to another person it may mean a comfortable home, to some it may also mean beautiful cars left and right, and to others it may mean having big money at your disposal. But for those people who has to start from the ranks and slowly rise to the top, what is success to them? We are very much honored tonight as we try to present to you my success story.
Well, for me, based sa ko ang na-experience kay Sir Ton Leuterio, first, I can say na ako i-consider is character, attitude, nga ako nakatuunan sa iya, being humble, patience is the virtue para mas success ang isa ka tao. Then, what I have known Mr. Leuterio, Anthony, is he's very humble, helping people.
Sir Ton is a good leader, generous, good mentor.
Si Sir Ton is, para sa iya is kanang there is no time for delay. And then Sir Ton is aggressive kay siya nga iyang i-expand iyang business. Ang iyang yung purpose is iyan ang gibuhat para not just for his kaugalingon but para po sa iyang team.
Sir Ton, mo na yung gihimo. Gihatagan niya ang daghan kay mga taong opportunity nga mas successful. Pinagi sa iya mga businesses. So sa iya hapong kinaiya, nga humble siya, buotan siya, prangka, is a good leader.
Not just that, pinaka-importante po, nga na ko nakita no, kay Sir Ton is kanang, kuan kay siya, he is a very prayerful nga tao. So,
I can say na Sir Ton is the most, powerful, potential, and he's a very, very kind and generous person. I mentor gyud guys, he's a great, great leader.
Sir Ton, mayo kay Sir Ton jud.
So let's meet the man.
Yeah.
And I'd like to welcome you to the show, Mr. Anthony Leuterio from Leuterio Realty. Good evening po again sa inyo.
Yes, good evening, Doc. Yeah, and I'm so happy that I'm one of your guests for this story of inspiring people.
Yes.
And I hope I can give some ideas, tips on how we can make it happen in this world.
Oh yeah, kasi syempre people would start wondering, pwede ba yan sa akin, no? Can I also be like that, di ba?
Yeah.
Yun yung ano, walang problema doon sa mga taong born with a silver spoon kasi talaga namang pagkagising na nila, namulat na sila ng kasaganahan. Pero may mga taong kagaya mo who had to start from the very beginning. Now, I'd like to ask you, Sir Tony, to start it off. Did you ever dream of going higher than the average Pinoy?
Everybody have dreams, but you have to think about your dreams. That is your dream equal to other people's dream, and number two, is your dream to help more people? Because if you have dream to be selfish enough to have everything in this world, what's next? So the most important is you dream big, achieve what you want, and share whatever you
I
God gives you.
like that what you said, no? So let's piecemeal natin silang tatlo.
Okay.
Parang sa sinabi mo una is you dream big. Kailangan 'yon, mahalaga 'yon.
Yeah, you have to dream big in order to achieve what you want first. And if you do the right thing, you have to be honest, and everything will be in place. And when everything will be in place,
How old were you when you started dreaming big? Kasi minsan naiisip ng mga kabataan, I should just be focusing on this thing. Pero dapat ang when you say dreaming big, it's something beyond what you have, di ba? It's something like kung ikaw ngayon ay isang estudyante na nag-aaral sa isang paaralan, siguro ang dreams mo makatapos ka. Parang hanggang dun lang. O kaya naman kung ikaw ay isang nanay, ang panaginip mo lang naman, mapatapos mo lang yung mga kabataan. O kaya naman kung ikaw ay isang tindera, ang panaginip mo lang naman, makabenta ka. So there's a difference between dreaming big and dreaming just for the day. So I'd like to ask you.
Actually, dream for me, I started dreaming when my mother died.
And how old were you then?
9 years old.
Okay.
And because when you have parents, then sometimes you stop dreaming because your parents can give you everything. But when my mom passed away at the age of 9, and my dad disappeared at the age of 10, so he never contact us from a certain number of years. So we have to really move forward. I have to move from other family to other family. And I was asking myself, how wish I can be rich, then I can buy my own house.
So at that young age of 9, you were already thinking na, I wish I could be rich so I can buy my own house.
Yeah, because we don't have a house. We live in a squatter area. So we live in a place where we pay 1,000 to 2,000 pesos for the land because it's not our property. And I've been transferring from other family, from my uncle, from my lola, and we end up staying in squatter area. So, and I sell barbecue. I sell anything. So just to survive. And I become a scholar in a school in Cebu, Cebu State College. So because there's no tuition fee for that matter.
Pero you know what, the beauty there, Sir Ton, is you could just be like any ordinary boy na naiwanan ng mga magulang, namatay yung nanay, nawala yung tatay, living in the squatter area. You could just be just like the rest there, di ba?
The normal?
The normal, the norm na kumbaga, sige, mabuhay na lang pang araw-araw lang. But yet, you had this big dream. So, you went into scholarships.
Yeah, I want to be rich.
Because you wanted to be rich.
Yeah, I want to be rich in order that I can be happy. Because sometimes here in this world, if you're still alive, you need money.
Of course, that's true. So, ang tanong ko po sa inyo sunod would you say na you're very comfortable now?
Now?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not working now for money. I'm working to help more people.
Yeah, pero but would you say na yung ano mo ngayon is you are very comfortable?
No.
Hindi pa rin? So,
No,
kulang pa
because
rin?
I have more dreams to help
Okay.
in my business.
Okay. So, what was it in your, younger years, your growing up years, including yung nag-aaral ka na para maging college ikaw, high school at lahat. What was it na iniisip mo na, heto, pagka nagkaroon ako nito, ay talagang mayaman na ako?
No, people are not contented of what they have.
But the first thing that entered your mind, When
Yeah,
you
first
started
is,
earning money?
I want to earn money in order to live.
Okay.
That's the first thing. And I need to earn more money in order to be satisfied. So when I get this extra income, because while I was still in college, I sell shirts. And that's my part-time business. So I make money when I was still college. And one day I worked, and when I worked, I was paid 3,900 pesos as a delivery salesman in malls. So I deliver shirts in supermarket.
How old were you then?
That's 18 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was paid 3,900 pesos a month. So, and working for 4 years, I cannot save anything. So I ended up broke. So no savings. So, and somebody told me, so if you want to be rich, you have to be in business. And actually, my first business is into network marketing. So I've been into MLM. So I started at the age of 23. I retired at the age of 24.
1 year only.
Yeah, retired.
Yeah. Because 1 year,
I
23 and then
made
24.
6 million in my first year.
Okay. And then you retired.
Retired doing trainings.
Okay.
I'm not working for money. I work for, for a company to do trainings.
Okay.
So I build my network, and it's my passion to be a speaker. So teaching people how to make it in sales. So
In other words, you wanted now to share what you have because you would want others also to have what you have.
yeah, I mean, that's so simple. If people help everybody, then we can have a good world. The problem is most businessmen, they always focus on their personal gain. So my advice for them is to really focus on the community. So my advocacy is to make money, to help more people, and to touch people's lives and create stories like me.
Okay, that's a beautiful no. So were you able to achieve what you have sought? You know, you said you wanted to make money, you wanted to help people, you want to train more, you want others to become rich like you. Have you achieved that? Would you say na, heto at this stage of my life, I have already reached what I am supposed to have reached?
Yes, what I've been talking to you, there's no contentment on helping. So all you have to do is help until you're out in this world.
Okay.
That's the most important thing.
Okay, now tell us about your business.
Yeah, actually now I'm into real estate. I just joined real estate 5 years ago. And the reason why I joined because number one, I'm tired with network marketing. Okay, I've been doing networking for the past 19 years and traveling all over the world doing trainings. And I was based in America that time. And I saw the opportunity that OFW outside the Philippines, they've been scammed, duped by some brokers. They pay properties, but they never give the right property. Sometimes they ask for a down payment, and when they go back to Manila,
It's gone.
yeah,
It's
no,
nowhere
it's
to
not
be
gone.
found.
It's not really.
It's non-existent.
Yes,
in other
non-existent,
words.
and some are not finished because some of the brokers, they promise so much things to their buyer. So when I saw the problem in the Philippines, I go, why not create my own real estate company
That will be able to help these people.
and make it professional?
So in other words, the thrust there now with your other business, which is the realty, is actually to help people realize their dreams of having their
help
own homes.
investors
Yeah.
because OFW is already ready to send money and to buy their own house. So why not make it more professional and create a company that they can trust?
So to what would you give credit to your success now?
My team. My team is so hardworking. They believe in the system because we put up the system 5 years ago. We have website, we have training companies, we have camps. We train almost every week. And all of our training since we started is free. So one thing that I really love is my team support my dream.
So pinaka-importante to start with actually is finding the right people working with you.
Yes. And to find, you have to recruit more people. And when you recruit, you sort, you sift, and you find the best of the best. And today, we're so happy because we get the best of the best in the
Okay.
Philippines
So
today.
kung baga that's one of the things that you can be very very proud of, being able to have this kind of
Yeah.
people work with you. According to the Forbes list of billionaires
Yeah.
worldwide, karamihan sa nakalista doon, more than 100 are men. Siguro ang mga kababaihan doon, kakapiranggot lang, less than 20. Bakit kaya ganon? Na mas marami yatang mga lalaki mas mayayaman kaysa mga babae, kagaya mo.
Because men are aggressive. Yeah. Some women are aggressive, but you can seldom find women to be aggressive in business. But now, it's changing. If you look at the study about direct selling, most 80% are women.
Yes, that's true.
So I don't believe in the statistics on that Forbes magazine.
So
But
in other words,
if you-
what you're trying to say, Sir Ton, it's an even playing field.
Yeah, it's an even
Whether
play.
it's a male or a female.
But the problem is you're not looking at the micro area. So the micro entrepreneurs, there's so much millionaires there. And they cannot count. If you total all of them, mostly the mass millionaires are so much. And mostly are women.
Nakatago lang. Siguro natatakot sila makidnap sila. So, do you think na if you were to lead differently, in other words, sabi mo kasi yung team, yun yung pinakamahalaga. If you were to lead in a different way, do you think you would still be this successful?
Like what?
Like for example, kagaya ng iba, when they manage their businesses,
Like what management style?
depende kasi sa management
Yeah, I
style.
mean, my management
Yes.
style is more on intermediate and
And it's more of
collegial.
a collegial thing, yeah. But for
Collegial
those who
type
are,
of management.
but for those who would want to have it, like at the top, you give all the orders and everything. Do you think that would work also for you?
You have to adjust. And it will take a leader to adjust attitude. And the secret is attitude. And if you have a good attitude, if your team have a good attitude, then you get a good business.
In other words, you're saying, Sir Tony, ikaw being a leader, you always pave the way. In other words, you as a leader, you set the right attitude so that the others under you should follow. Is that
You have to have system. It's not just attitude. System, attitude, and perseverance.
so magkasama lahat yun?
A lot. There's a lot of things, ingredients to become successful. Yeah.
And so far, we have only discussed a few of these ingredients. And I think as we go on with our show, you'll be sharing more. No? So is there a formula or a certain mindset why people would achieve more at yung iba naman ay hindi naman ganun ka-achiever?
No, all you have to do is test the water. You have to go out. You have to try. You have to try.
In other words, do not be afraid to fail.
Yeah.
Have
There's
you
no
failed?
failure.
Have you in your number of years that you have been in business, from your networking to your realty now, have you had an instance where somewhere along the line something went wrong?
Yeah. When I started, mostly are failures. But
For how
that's where
long
we
was
start.
that? For how long was that?
Maybe
I mean,
about 11 months, I become
kasi,
a failure.
Kaya ko tinanong sa inyo yan, Sir Tony, sa mga viewers natin, sometimes they would say, oh, I started, I did this, I did that. And maybe for a few months, parang wala namang nangyayari. So parang nadi-discourage, nadi-disappoint, na-frustrate. So yun yung gusto kong marinig nila galing sa inyo, na you also did not reach where you are without going through that stage.
We have a lot of disappointments in our life, but you have to continue. And you have to try, fail, try until you hit one of your passion. And if you love what you do, then it's already success.
So passion is also an ingredient
Yeah.
to success.
Yes, you have to love what you do.
Otherwise,
Because if you don't love what you do, it will be a work for you. Me, it's not work for me. It's just like a habit. A habit like talking, drinking coffee. This is business
like
for me.
sleeping and waking up in the morning.
That's it. Yeah.
So parang hindi mabigat pagkagising sa umaga.
That's true.
We'll take a very short break, and when we return, we'll continue on with our interview with our success story here. Please stay tuned.
Hope Channel is sponsored by the world's Seventh-day Adventist Church. We believe in being people of the Word, people of prayer, people of deep study of the prophetic writings, people who love Jesus Christ, people who keep all the 10 Commandments, People who are compassionate, who respect others, the community and world needs. People who live healthfully by avoiding tobacco, alcohol, unclean meats, drugs and immorality. We believe in joy. We invite you to be a person of hope.
To me, the joy which money cannot buy.
And very hospitable, and most of all,
Take part of your operation.
Dynamic Living returns with new episodes now on Mondays, 6 to 7 p.m. Dynamic Living, the Total You on Mondays. As the seed sown produces a harvest, and this in turn is sown, the harvest is multiplied. In our relation to others, this law holds true. Every act, every word is a seed that will bear fruit. Every deed of thoughtful kindness, of obedience, or of self-denial will reproduce itself in others, and through them instill others. This is the principle in action with the Integrated Evangelism Lifestyle Program.
Mas maigid siguro nga baka join sa care group. Pareha nako gaan ang akong kanang huna-huna, gaan ang akong mga problema nga mobot sa ko pag maka-join kani-ani, maampuan manggudta sa care group.
Ipa-feel nimo nga part jud bitaw ang amo ang family sa simbahan sa CdeO.
Daghang kaayuhan, daghang answer sa prayer, daghang mga milagro, mga healing. Makita nila ang unsa day kalab ni Jesus ang katawhan sa Dios. Nadasig ko pag-ayo to attend or join good sa care group family.
So, i-encourage na ko, kitang tanan ng mga members sa atong church. Mubuhat ta kay di naman madugay ang panahon.
With IEL, Adventist church members go out in clusters called care groups.
Every Seventh-day Adventist family to become a caring family.
These care groups are sowers in essence, going out, spreading seeds of compassion, sympathy, and love through visiting individuals and families, nurturing relationships, enriching lives. The Lord says, "Blessed are ye that sow beside all waters." To sow beside all waters means a continual imparting of God's gifts. It means giving wherever the cause of God or the needs of humanity demand our aid.
Makapadasig kayo ni nga buhat kaning pag-care sa mga pamilya, labi na kanang lunay mga balatian. Kung amo gani silang awitan, malipay sila niyang bangay mahila.
Kana pong murag nag-backslide na katong uban pod nga dili pa mga Adventist among bisitahan.
Nalipay ko nagamit ang talento sa pag-awit kung sa may Bible study, magkanta.
Grabe jud kadasig sa mga grupo. Pag sa itabangan, pag ingon nga magka-teens meeting ta pili atong kinahanglan. Dali ra kay mag-gather ang kwarta.
Naami daghang nadala sa among pag-cares, maninoy-nay, gawas sa among silang awitan, gitukuran among silang balay.
Daghan kay mga challenges. Inspirasyon po sa mga kauban nga kung naluya na gani ang Pangulo niya, dasig ng mga kauban. So, unang ni last yun ang tudaan nga time.
Ang buhat sa Ginoo di gyud mauntag.
Pero ang nindot lang yun kay nakakatuon og humility, forgiveness niya. Tamol nga dunay conflict, tamol nga mo grow ang love.
Gibati na ko nga nahimo nga part sa buluhaton sa Ginoo.
This method of sharing the message of hope in practical, modern ways hails from an age-old philosophy practiced by the revivalist himself, Jesus Christ. It is when we have touched a life and shared Christ's love and compassion that we have become arms to His ministry. And more than this is wrapped up in the sowing and the reaping. As we distribute God's temporal blessings, the evidence of our love and sympathy awakens in the receiver gratitude and thanksgiving to God. The soil of the heart is prepared to receive the seeds of spiritual truth, and he who ministers seed to the sower will cause the seed to germinate and bear fruit unto eternal life.
May God's grace sa iyong panalangin nga bugaday pa jud og daghang suod nga mga relasyon o daghan pa yung mga precious souls.
Hope broadcasts everywhere in the world with 10 global channels and is affiliated with more than 50 production studios on 6 continents. The result? Hope Channel provides a diverse programming mix in many of the world's major languages. Hope is more than great television. It's a donor-supported ministry that's part of an international family of educational institutions, churches, retail outlets and hospitals. Welcome to Hope Channel.
Welcome back to Dynamic Living, the Total You, with our episode, My Success Story, with our very successful guest, Mr. Anthony Leuterio. So, sir, kanina, before we took with the break, I asked you on the formula, di ba? So, you mentioned a few of them already. Pero balikan ko muna, if I were an ordinary person watching us now, no, yung mga viewers natin, they might be saying na, ano kaya mga failures meron din si Mr. Leuterio?
Yeah. Actually, I have a lot of failures. I failed in networking. I failed in real estate.
Before you had your millions.
Yeah. I mean, I never get my millions right away. When I started, I have to get for the money. Okay, that's the issue there, to start a business. And when you have the money, since you have to purchase more products, you don't have money there. So that's one of my stumbling blocks to become successful. And number two, I started selling. Nobody believes me. And I was on the halfway, on the 6th month, I was thinking about myself, will I have to continue this? Because sometimes I was having doubts in myself.
So you also went through that, wherein you felt na, kaya ko ba ito? Is this the right path for me?
Yeah, I mean, I always have doubts when I started everything. When I was still starting my direct selling business before, I failed so much, I mean, a lot of times.
And you lost a lot of money too.
Not money, time.
It's more of time.
Yeah. And when I was talking to a lot of my customers, nobody believes me. They don't believe on my products. And I was asking, how do I sell this? And when I attended trainings, it took me 3 trainings to understand how
why
to
you failed.
No, how to succeed
Okay.
and how to overcome failures. And when I always think this, I mean, I always get this idea, I mean, strategy. The more you fail, the more you succeed.
So, ang ganda naman nun. Teka, sir, ha? Kasi sa tingin ko, maganda yan para sa ating mga viewers. The more you fail, the more chances of you getting successful.
Yes.
Kasi nandun yung perseverance yata.
Yeah.
And
you just don't have to stop, whatever it takes. When you start something and you fail a lot of things, that's the best thing that will happen to your life. What's the next of failure?
Nothing na. Going up.
The next of failure is success.
Yes, because
whether you like it or
yeah,
not.
because when you're very, very much down there, the next thing is to go up.
Yeah.
Di ba? So
and learning this process, and you don't have to go to these obstacles because you know the road to failures is there, and the only way is you will be drive to the road of success.
So napakaganda nun, no? And I hope our viewers, you know, understand that. So before this financial security that you have, Siyempre, you said there were failures eh. Sino po ang inyong, kanino kayo lumalapit pagka gano'n na, siyempre, during those down moments of yours, you must have somebody you can talk to, you can ask for help or advice.
I just pray.
Mhm.
You pray and you talk to Him.
Mhm.
And He will guide you. Believe me, somebody is there. The most important is you have to trust yourself and trust that He will guide you.
Mhm.
Because it's already in the Bible that all of us will be successful.
So, kumbaga, that's already a promise for
Yeah,
us
it's already
to
a
claim.
promise.
Yes.
The most important is you just have to believe.
Uh-huh.
And you have the right business at
Okay.
the right time.
Mhm. With
And
the
you
right
have-
people.
And you have to grab it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kasi minsan, di ba sinasabi nila, opportunity only knocks once. Eh.
Yeah.
So you have to grab that.
Yes.
And it has happened to you several times also.
Yes.
Mhm.
A lot of times. The most important is you try anything what you love, and if it works for you,
Mhm.
you just work so hard.
Mhm. So how do you describe yourself, sir, as a leader?
No, I'm just simple. I mean, the most important leader is simple, approachable, and you have to really care for people, and you have to listen. Listen to all of your employees, to your staff, to your team, because the more you listen, the more you understand, and the more you understand, the more you solve issues, and that's how to become successful in your business.
Well, actually, what you just said is not just to be applied in business. It can be applied to our own homes, di po ba?
Yeah.
Kasi everything will start there. Also listening, giving that a good ear to them. So what are your expectations from your employees? Or for the people who work with you, your team?
The most important is they have to be happy. First is what we want is, are you happy on what you do? And if you're happy what you do, then continue.
Pero pagka hindi ka na happy, umalis ka
No,
na.
yeah, definitely. I always tell them, you're out of this world, okay? So you have to exit if you're not happy in what you're doing.
Yeah, kasi siguro yung iba, there will come a point in their life wherein they might have a second thought. Now, maybe this is not for me. Maybe something else is out there for me. Has it happened to you?
Yes, I always do trainings about that topic, how to succeed in life. If you do things, maybe 1-2 years time, it's not working for you, then look for something that is working for you. That's how you do it.
That's very simple.
Yeah,
So,
very simple.
dapat And do you think, sir, na attending seminars and trainings
Yes.
would truly help them
Yes,
also?
that's where I got my first million. When I went to Manila and invest 25,000. Actually, our company was inviting us to invest on the fare to go there. And you know, it's so expensive way back 25 years ago to go to Manila, right?
Yes, napakamahal na
Hotel.
pamasahe noon
Yeah.
pati.
Yeah.
Hindi kagaya ngayon dahil with all the competing airline companies,
Yes.
parang bumabagsak na yata yung
Yes.
pamasahe. Noong araw, mamasahe
Boat.
ka ng
You have to
aeroplano,
go to
you have to go by boat.
Yes,
Opo.
by boat.
So,
Then,
nagpunta kayo doon.
yeah, went there, I attended training, and after 2 weeks, I earned my first million. Yeah,
Ganun kabilis.
Yeah, that's how fast.
So, lahat ng mga nanonood sa atin ngayon, if you take that as a challenge, siguro, you should attend the training and be a millionaire.
Yeah, most of my agents now that we train, some people earn 2 million in 1 month, 1 million in 1 month. Yeah, because they accept, they love our business, and they listen to the trainings.
So, if you were to get a partner in your business or maybe a new company that you would want to acquire, what would be your criteria in assessing that person to be the right partner with you?
1 or 2.
1 or 2, whatever.
You just have to be honest. That's it. If you're honest, then you can do anything without you. We can do everything without even seeing each other. So I always impart that to my team that if you want to be successful in my organization, just be honest.
Because everything else will follow.
Yeah.
So, what is your priority in life?
Priority is helping. Yeah. Do trainings. We are now expanding all over the Philippines. We have
Okay.
18 branches. So my goal is to help more people make money without investing money.
And on top of that is helping people have their own properties and homes.
That's another part because we have two types of business.
Okay.
My other business is agents. So we are a real estate agency. So we teach people how to sell online. Number two, we also teach investors how to buy properties that is very good for them. We're not actually endorsing all properties. We endorse only what we love to endorse to these investors.
In other words, it must be something that you think is good,
Good
for
for them.
your customer,
Yes.
that you will endorse such a
Yes.
thing.
Yeah.
So hindi yung dahil gusto ko lang kumita, kaya kailangan kong
yes.
ibenta yon.
Yeah.
O kaya naman dahil gusto ko lang na magkaroon ako ng 1,000,000, kaya gagawin ko ito.
Yeah.
So it defeats the purpose.
Yes. So I always teach my agents to sell something that you love.
And you believe in.
Yeah, you love, you believe in. And when you share it to your client. But most of my agents are buyers also. Most of them are investors. You cannot sell something if you don't believe, right?
Yeah.
So that's the reason when they first get their millions, they have to invest in properties.
Yes, because that's the only way, parang showcasing yan eh.
Yes.
Paano mo naman maibibenta ang isang produkto kung hindi mo naman nakikita na ikaw meron ka noon?
That's true.
So it has to be shown to these people that you believed in it, di ba?
Yeah.
So paano natin malalaman kung hindi mo maipapakita yan,
Yes.
di po ba? So sabihin na natin, Sir Tony, you've gone a long way from where you were, from when you were 9 years old. Would you say you had regrets?
Me? Now? No.
Would you say na hetong pagkakataon nung maliit ka, na lumaki ka, palipat-lipat ng bahay in the slum area, losing your parents, would you say that was a blessing by itself because it molded you into
Yes,
what you are
that's
today?
part of your life. So whatever is the past, it's your memories. And your memories will bring you to your future.
So, napakaganda, no? Kasi ibig sabihin nun, you were never discouraged by that, So, if you were to lose again everything that you have now, what would you do?
Yeah, I can start anything. Actually, the
Kaya
most...
bago mo sagutin yan, Sir Tony, you know why I asked you that? Because, during the recession,
Yeah.
diba, sa US, yung ibang mga sobrang yaman na bumagsak ang mga businesses nila.
Yes.
Some of them, ended their lives. Some of them even had
That's
to
true.
leave, di ba?
Yes.
Parang nawalan sila ng hope, ng pag-asa nila. So if hypothetically it happened to you, what would you do?
I'll invent something that will work for me.
So in other words, you would rise again.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And the secret is invent something that's not yet been invented.
Medyo heavy yun, ha?
Yeah. So everybody invented something.
Uh-huh.
You invented your talk show. I didn't have that.
Which you will have soon, if you like.
Why not, right?
So, how would you want to be remembered pala in this life? Siyempre, lahat tayo, somewhere along the line, we leave this world. Sabi mo nga kanina, pag-start ng show natin, lahat naman tayo, mawawala din tayo nito. So, how would you want to be remembered?
Just so simple. Just a person, Tonton, that I don't have to forget him. That a person that is my partner, that helped me to improve my family, to improve my life, and to travel the world.
Okay.
That's how I want to be remembered.
So, paano sa inyo, Sir Ton, sa family side, let's talk about the lighter side of things. Sa family po ninyo ngayon, do you also train your family members to become business persons like you?
Yeah, one of my son is in America today. So, he's working, and now I was talking to him and go, nobody got rich in a job, so you copy me. And now, it took me 3-4 years to convince him. And now I'm so happy because he's asking his calling card.
Okay.
And now we're creating his flyer. He'll be going every Saturday to some malls to flyer in the States.
In the States.
Selling Philippine properties. Yeah.
So that's beautiful, no?
And just recently, my daughter today in the gym, she's endorsing my company. And their gym mates are now joining our company. Yeah.
So napakaganda because it's now going to be all your family members also are believing in what you have and they would want to do that also for themselves.
All of them are my endorser.
Mas maganda yon kasi personalized, di ba? Hindi na kailangan na ibang tao pa kasi kilala na kayo. So Sir Tony, again, how does a typical day start with you and end with you, and for you? Yeah. So what's your typical day?
Yeah, in the morning.
And then how do you end your day?
Yeah, in the morning, naturally, you have to pray. Anything that you start, you pray. Number 2, you read your manual. Now, every one of us have a book, what to start to the day. But me, I memorize everything. So I have my manual, I have to be online because my company is an online company. So I have to be online, chat with my team. I chat with 18 cities. And after chatting with them in Facebook, because the beauty with technology today, it's so easy.
Yes.
Businessman now makes more money times 10 than before.
Than before, yes.
So before it took you 10 years to make money. Now it takes you 1 year. So that's the beauty with technology because of communication. Number 2, after my chatting in the morning, I go to my office, report, and in the afternoon we do trainings, meeting with the developers. Yeah. So my life is so simple.
And before you go to bed, you again pray and thank God.
Yeah.
So ganun lang kasimple.
Yeah.
And so you're a very simple
complicate.
person, in other words. No complications at all.
No complication.
So, at the end of the day, pag sinabi nating success story ni Mr. Anthony Leuterio, what is success for you then?
Success for me is about opportunity. And I always talk to my team that every time I invented something, especially in technology, in real estate selling, I always tell them, don't ever take, you have to be serious in what I'm sharing. Because everything that I implement in my technology is now working. And we have 2 big companies today that we are now launching next year. Okay. One of my website, is Filipino Homes in the future.
Okay. Now, supposing masyadong stressed kayo sa trabaho ninyo, because somewhere along the line, stress is a positive force, and it can happen to anybody. Minus stress, we wouldn't be, we wouldn't be pushed to work harder, to do things better, and be excellent. So how do you de-stress yourself?
I met with my team. Yeah, talk to them and watch movie. Yeah.
So ganun kasimple din.
Yeah, that's it.
At kumain ng masarap.
Yes, I don't have any, I don't play golf. I don't even go out with big businessmen. I go with my team.
So kumbaga, your team is your family.
Yes.
And you treat them like family members.
Yes, they go together with me, sometimes in dinner at night.
So that actually that spells the difference between a leader who loves his team members and treats them as a family.
That's true.
To those who would treat these people as different from them. No?
And go with them.
And go with them. Napakabilis po ng oras ko dito sa Dynamic Living the Total You. Tapos na po ang aking isang oras, and I'm very sure na I'm very glad na lahat tayo siguro ay naliwanagan. And I'm very sure also most of us watching this show now would want to become millionaires. So, Sir Tony, ano po ang gusto niyo iparating sa ating mga viewers?
Yeah. The most important thing in this life is everything is just temporary. The secret is share. Keep sharing, and God will give you more. And when you have everything, you cannot bring that outside. You cannot bring that up there. All you have to do is leave memories. Memories that you can be an inspiration. And inspiration will lead to your success.
In other words, that's the legacy you would want to leave behind. Na marami kang natulungan. Kasi nga, sabi nga nila Sir Tony, ang pera daw ay parang fertilizer yan. Kailangan mong ikalat yon para dumami. Otherwise, if you keep it to yourself, then nothing also will come out to help and bless other people. Thank you very much, Sir Tony. I'd like to thank our viewers also for watching us. Remember that in 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 8, sabi po dito is, and God is actually going to bless us abundantly so that we will be able to share the blessings that we have with others. Magandang gabi po sa ating lahat.
Thank you.
before you 7,107 islands to enjoy with 7,107 possibilities and more. We have just landed on the Ninoy Aquino International Airport. Maligayang pagdating sa Pilipinas.
Once considered as the tiger economy of Asia, the Philippines continues its slow yet steady climb to becoming an international business hub. Having been Christianized by her colonizers in the early 1500s, the Philippines now stands alone as the last bulwark of Christianity in this part of the world. Yet, she is not exempt from moral and social issues that beset nations big and small in this postmodern era. Yes, she needs Jesus now more than ever. Her 144 cities, with an average of 500,000 residents each, certainly need hope. An answered prayer, Hope Channel now covers the entire nation. Hope Channel Media Centers now stand in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao to bear testimony of Jesus' love. And in just a few years, many have rediscovered the beauty of life with hope.
Na-revive ko, pinagi sa pagtanaw na ko sa Hope Channel Philippines.
Malaki po ang magagawa ng Hope Channel para po sa pagtatapos ng gawain.
The good news that Hope Channel has brought to the archipelago has inspired a Filipino to see beauty and brought joy back in spite of it all. Sapphire seas and pristine coastlines, lush vegetation, gorgeous landscapes. With warm, fun-loving, and industrious people, the Philippines is paradise. Here is a fertile land for business, education, manpower, many other resources, and sharing the good news. Because the Pearl of the Orient Seas now has the Pearl of Great Price. The Philippines plus Hope Channel equals unlimited possibilities of sharing love, changing lives.
We are people, and we love to get connected. We connect as families because of birth. We connect as friends because we click. And we connect as communities because we care. Seventh-day Adventists are people who connect in communities called congregations, which in turn connect to form conferences, who connect together to form unions, divisions, and the General Conference. Why do we connect? It starts with a connection to the Creator, who invites us on a spiritual journey. When we journey together, we can help each other along the way. This journey is a journey of a lifetime, and as we learn and grow, life becomes filled with meaning and purpose. Our greatest joy is in helping others along the way. Wherever you are on your journey, we believe that we have something to offer that can make your life more whole. So the next time you see a Seventh-day Adventist, remember, you're not looking at someone who stands alone. They are connected to a world church that has 18 million members, gathered in 13 divisions, comprised of 122 unions, formed by 600 conferences, serving in 140,000 congregations in 208 countries, who worship in 924 languages, and they all want to connect with you.